That's a nice picture. Hey, so we got Miles Davis with So What official audio. Okay, so just a little bit of background on Miles. His middle name was Dewey. He was born in May 26, 1926. I think my grandfather was born that year too. Um, his instruments are trumpet, flugelhorn, cornet, piano, and electric organ. Genres is jazz fusion. Went to the Juilliard School, didn't get a degree. Died in 1991 at age 65. Miles Dewey Davis III was an American jazz trumpeter, band leader, and composer. He said he is among the most influential and acclaimed figures in the history of jazz and 20th century music. He said Davis adopted a variety of musical directions and roughly 5-decade career that kept him at the forefront of many major stylistic developments in jazz. Oh, so he was born in the upper middle class too in Alton, Illinois, and raised in East St. Louis. Miles Davis had a little hood in him. But this is crazy. So his spouses were Frances Taylor, Betty Mayberry, and Cecily Tyson. And I think he was married to her the longest. It's got to be rough for two musicians to be married. I don't know. Because you would think he would be with somebody with Cecily Tyson and make a lot of music. You know what I'm saying? Cecily Tyson is Whitney Houston's grandmother. So, you would think, right? Just a little brief history on him. We'll take a look at him back when we at the end of the video, man. But I definitely appreciate you guys coming on this journey with me and appreciating the pioneers of some of the earlier genres in music. I've always wanted to kind of do this as a staple on the channel, to always kind of pay homage. But I think this is a good bridge to caveat into some different content later down the road. But if you guys want to join the membership and support the channel like that, it's only 99 cents here. You know what I'm saying? And you get all the videos early before my thumbnail guy can put a thumbnails on it. But this is going to be interesting. So with that being said, let's get it. Woo! You can hear the bass you can hear that bass going too. Very slow build up. There go that hi-hat. It's so cool, like, because as it's building up, my body is starting to like really attune to the vibe of the track. And it's giving me like this feeling of nostalgia, but at the same time, like I'm chilling. My emotional is like I'm very cool. You know what I mean? And it's making me think about being in a lounge with some people around dancing. Like it's definitely language in the frequency of these instruments. This is so cool. Bro, this is literally a vibe of the generation. Bro, do you understand? I just noticed the drum. I was so hooked on the trumpet that I didn't even hear the drum until just now. Good vibes, man. Tell you from my experience, like that, this trumpet over here, it came into the left side of my ear, and I wasn't expecting that. But it felt like I was listening to the whole track in its entirety, but everything felt on like it was on the right side. So when that came on, that kind of sparked new life into me because you can get kind of mundane and boring if you're playing the same loop all over. So I really like that touch. Let me go back. Come on, cook. Good touch. Right there. I don't know what generation this is a part of, but y'all, if you in the comments and you had an opportunity to see him live, you got to give me a story in the comments to read. I want to know everything from how you felt at the beginning and to the end. And yeah. And that trumpet talking. Oh man, this is so good. Woo! I ain't gonna front. It just had me daydreaming about dancing with my wife. Come on now. Come on. I ain't never heard a trumpet with soul before, boy. Woo. Come on. I like how smooth it is, man. This is good. So good. This is what I call a classic composition, baby. And I never use that word on this channel. This is a classic composition, baby. I tell you, man, this is the type of music where you got that cool granddaddy, man. Like, he just laid back, man. And he got Miles Davis playing at the house every time you come over. This is that generation, man. I really like this. I enjoyed this. And it kind of reminds me of that reaction I did to Johnny Winter. Kind of reminded me of Texas Flood reaction. It reminded me a lot of, it's hard for me to find the name of the reaction, but there's a few reactions on this channel that kind of mimic the ones that I just mentioned. And this is one of them where you just sit back and you enjoy it. And no music, but if you just listen ever so closely, you'll be able to hear the intent, the emotion, the vibe, the energy, what this is supposed to do. So what? You know what I mean? And I really like this. I really like this a lot. Miles Davis, everybody, man. Let's check out a little bit of on the back end of his discography. Said Miles Davis is considered one of the most innovative, influential, and respected figures in the history of music. The Guardian described him as a pioneer of the 20th century music, leading many of the key developments in the world of jazz. He has been called one of the great innovators of jazz and had the titles Prince of Darkness and the Picasso of jazz bestowed upon him. The Rolling Stone Encyclopedia of Rock and Roll said Miles Davis played a crucial role, inevitably controversial role in every major development in jazz since the mid-40s, and no other jazz musician has had so profound an effect on rock and roll. Miles Davis was the most widely recognized jazz musician of his era, an outspoken social critic and an arbiter of style and attitude and fashion, as well as music. Said William Ruhlman of All Music wrote, to examine his career is to examine the history of jazz from the mid-40s to the early 1990s. Since he was in the thick of almost everything important innovation and stylistic development in the music during that period. It can be even argued that jazz stopped evolving when Davis wasn't around to push it forward. Francis Davis of The Atlantic noted that Davis' career can be seen as an ongoing critique of bebop. The origins of cool, jazz, hard bop, and funky modal improvisation and jazz rock fusion can be traced to his efforts to tear bebop down to its essentials. His approach, owing largely to the African American performance tradition that focused on individual expression, emphatic interaction, and creative response to shifting contents, and had a profound impact on generations of jazz musicians. In 2016 digital publication The Pudding, an article examined Davis' legacy, found that 2,452 Wikipedia pages mentioned Davis, with over 286 citing him as an influence. That's crazy. And you can see with just that how much influence he had. And we always have these arguments about who influenced who. You can clearly see that this man is at the root of jazz. And this man, as soon as his generation is gone, his name can literally disappear. And that's why you have reaction channels like this one to really pull that up from the past and bring it to the present for people to see. I wish Gen Z or any generation after this could really sit down, and if they had the attention span, they would be able to appreciate music all the way down to all the way down to the molecules, man. With that being said, man, this has been amazing. So thank you guys for cheering and chilling sitting here and chilling with me, my bad. But at the same time, catch you guys at another one. Peace.